What's cracking? I know there's some people in the chat. Just getting things started. We're gonna let some people file in. This one was pretty short notice. I was going to play NBA Playgrounds for you guys, but I decided to, not. My eyes kind of twitching. Like, we'll get the live stream started officially at 7:25, so just 4 minutes here. But dude, like my freaking eyes started twitching, and it's tough for me to play video games right now. So I decided to do PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo Live. So apparently 2 new Metroid games are coming, which we'll talk about that soon. But yeah, but anyway, sit tight, guys, and we'll start up pretty soon here. Starts up here. We'll start up in a couple minutes. 7:25 Western, so 10:25 Eastern, 9:25 Central. Hi, Natasha. Next time I'll have music for you guys, I promise. I'll have music while you guys wait. I promise. This is the first time that I'm doing this a live show with my actual same software that I'm using. I'm using OBS and using the same software that I use for my live streaming, so like for my PE Live and all that. So it's all the same one. Stumbled into this. Yo, shout out to Macho Man. Oh yeah, the Macho Man. Thanks for coming through, man. Yeah, don't get too hyped. Don't get too hyped. You never know when it's going to crash and burn and blow up in your face. Example, me and Super Metal Dave at the Nintendo Switch reveal. uh, so funny, so funny, so funny. Anyway, we'll go ahead and click this here. And yes, we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, what happened? Yo. Okay. I thought everything just like crashed just for a second. I was about to say, no. No. Anyway. Yo, what is up, everyone? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to PE Cross Nintendo Live. This is episode 105. I do not know how I've been able to do this show this long. This is the span of years. And really, honestly, like, for those who are new, PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo is how I essentially made my first 1,000 subs on YouTube. Like, that's how I got there. Like, I was doing news, just like I'm doing right now. But, like, I didn't have an edge. I didn't have a hook. People weren't subscribing. That I'm like, man, what if I created a freaking show at the end of the week where it has all the news and it's just, like, Nintendo focused. And I make it something cool. And then, like, the idea that I got was, like, Xenoblade Chronicles, like, the cross. And I was like, oh, I know what this is going to be. It's going to be called PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo. Yo, and ever since then, like, people just started subscribing, so it was crazy. But yeah, this is the original show that really got me going on YouTube. So for all of you guys who are new, that's really how I came up, was based on this show. Now, it's a lot different now than it was back then. Oh, man, it was definitely different. But yeah, but I do want to mention one thing before we get into the news, guys. So this is for men. I mean, I don't know, women too. But if you guys, because I shave, if you guys want the best shave ever, seriously, the best shave ever, you need a combination. You need a combination of this thing right here, the Norelco. This thing right here, Norelco. So good. Use this to shave. And then also the Bic Comfort 3 blade. Yo, I'm telling you, man. the smoothest shave in my life. Like, I'm feeling like, man, it feels like, man, I am feeling so smooth right now. So, dang, bro, you look 21. I wish. 21 plus about a decade. 21 plus a little bit, almost a decade there. But no, man, like, I'm feeling good. Thank you. I do appreciate the comment. Dollar Shave Club. No, dude, the Bic Comfort Shave, bro. Comfort Shave. My fiance bought me this, and I bought this Norelco. This is a $20 thing, and it comes with a bunch of different attachments, and there's some of my hair on it. Sorry about that. That's kind of nasty, but still, I used this to shave my stupid stubble beard that I had because it was annoying me, and yeah, and I used this, and best shave ever. Best shave ever. I used to not want to shave. The reason why I grow a beard in the first place is not because I like to have a beard. It's because I'm too damn lazy and I hate shaving. Like, I hate shaving because it hurts. It nicks me, get irritation. I get bumps all over my neck and stuff. It's horrible. But I got the combo now. I got the Philips Norelco with the Bic Comfort Shave. Everything's good, man. You said a Dollar Shave Club and you got razor burns for days. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that Dollar Shave Club, I don't know about that Dollar Shave Club, homie. I haven't tripping on that Dollar Shave Club. But anyway, you want to see me take off my hat? Not right now. I will be getting a haircut soon, though, guys. I just want to grow my hair out just a little bit more. But I will be getting a haircut very, very soon. So this hat will be going away. But right now, I have just kind of like an afro or like a mini fro. I mean, I've had my hat off before. But I'm growing it out just because I want to have a certain haircut that I'm going for. So yeah, that'll be soon. Anyway, let's get into the news, homies, ninjas. Let's get into this news here. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 soundtrack brings its composer to tears. Tears. So, the sequel to Xenoblade Chronicles is set to launch for the Nintendo Switch later this year. While those who have played the original will know the series has had great music, the sequel's composer promises fans that the game's soundtrack is going well, according to Yasunori Mitsuda, who is of Chrono Trigger fame. Some of the soundtrack actually brings him to tears. Yo, shoutouts. Are you guys excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or what? Now, here's the thing. I'm really excited for this game, and the reason why I'm really excited for this game is because it seems like they're going back to the fundamentals of what made Xenoblade awesome, what made Xenoblade so good. And we'll get into the Metroid news soon, but seriously, like, the music combined with just the gameplay, it's going to be interesting to see what they go. Do they take some of the mechanical things as far as the scales? Do they bring that into Xenoblade Chronicles X, or do they go kind of like strictly more old school style with Xenoblade Chronicles? Since it's a sequel to Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, I would think that they're going to leave the scale stuff out and maybe add it in Beast. You saw that girl, she was riding like a monster of some sort. So maybe you have Beast companions that can help you in battle. That might be kind of cool. Interesting take. But they haven't showed any of the combat, so cannot wait for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What are you guys' thoughts on this? Now, this is a live show, and PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo from this point on will be live, so I can interact with you guys. What are you guys' thoughts on Xenoblade Chronicles 2? We have Jeffrey Steelflex say Xenoblade always has god tier OSTs. Definitely hyped. Eric Dahlbear says, so pumped for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I loved the first one. Who else? Kevin House says he's not really hyped, but he might pick it up. So not necessarily hyped for that. So Puddle Jumper says, less scales, more bacon. You know, when you add bacon to anything, it's usually good. Now, there's some things you can't add bacon to, and it doesn't turn out good. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys can use your imaginations. But for the most part, adding bacon helps out. Now, I had the other day, for the first time in my life, I had bacon on a donut, on a maple donut. My fiance brought home a donut, and there was bacon on the donut. And I looked at it like I was like in the Twilight Zone. Like, my eyes went like, I was like, what is bacon doing on a donut? And then I was like, okay, let me take a bite. Let me see who's subscribed. Gaming J, yo, shoutouts. Thank you for subscribing, homie. Welcome to the village. All you ninja, please get this man a headband. Welcome him in. He's a Genin at this point. So, I ate that donut, and I'm like, this is not too bad. It's okay. So yeah, bacon on a donut's good. Xenoblade Chronicles Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with the side of bacon eating while you play. Pretty good. Don't know how you feel about bacon on a maple donut, and I didn't know how I felt either. Like I said, I looked into it like it was a Twilight Zone. I was like, what is this? Like, am I being poisoned? I thought I was going to end up on forensic files. Like, I was like, I know what to do. I know how to leave trace evidence. I'm going to write a journal here. I didn't know what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought something was going to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm fine. I'm healthy. I'm good. So yeah. Bacon wrapped donut. Apple smoked bacon. Now everyone's going bacon crazy. Shout outs, Norrock Trusty. Shout outs for the subscription. Yo, Ninja, get this man, or girl, get this man a headband. Welcome to the village, homie. Okay, so let's go and move on to the next article here. Enough about bacon, guys. You guys are awesome, by the way. You guys are so awesome. This is definitely going to be a live show from now on. The fan interaction is amazing. So, Splatoon 2 map rotation has been slashed, has been Norelco shaved down to 2 hours. So this is coming from an Edge interview with Splatoon producer Hisashi Nogami. We feel that part of the gameplay is actually selecting which weapons would be best for the combination of the two maps. In Splatoon 2, the maps rotate every 2 hours, so it's much faster than the previous game, which was every 4 hours. And I think I can see where he's coming from his perspective. You know, if you have like the choice of like 5 million different, levels or whatever, however many different levels, then you couldn't really plan accordingly as far as like your weapons and how it's suited, like how he's saying like, it's how the combinations are best for two different ones, so you can have like a one for this style of map and then one for this style. So they just have to be really smart as far as what two maps are in the rotation and how they do that. And every 2 hours is much better. If you played for an hour, let's say you went home, came back, and probably it'll be a different rotation. So that's much better than what they did beforehand. Personally, me, I don't really care. I just want to see some great Splatoon 2 action. I just want to play the game. I think it's going to be really, really good. So yeah, everyone's really happy about that. Nintendo Examiner says, I'm disappointed about there being map rotation still, but at least they doubled the frequency. I'm not disappointed about it because I think it's their game, so they would kind of know, as far as what would fit best for that style is what they're looking for. I do know that in some games like that I've played as far as shooters go, there's like all the maps that are available, and you have certain loadouts that you can use, and you'd have to create so many different loadouts for that time period. So I can understand what he's saying, but at the same time I can understand why some people are going to be upset about rotation. But I think at the very end, with only 2 hours, that's not big of a deal. You'll be fine with it. You will be able to swap your. They actually already revealed that a while ago, that you'll be able to change your weapon loadouts in the lobby. That's already been revealed and already announced. So yeah, that's happening. Salmon Run, yes, everyone is really excited for Salmon Run. We have Nombre says, I don't know why they don't let players choose the map. Such a weird system. The reason why he said, they already announced why they don't let players choose the map. He talked about the weapon combinations, and if you look at like Mario Kart, for example. That lets you choose from like a few different ones, like 3 or 4, I think you can choose from. Sometimes even 2 or 3. So it's the same thing. You might get into matches where players, all opt to choose the same one over and over and over, or certain levels where they have the advantage as far as their own weapons go, as far as what they're trying to use. So there's multiple reasons why. It's the same reason why like Call of Duty or other games that you play online, you don't get to choose the map. It kind of just picks a map for you randomly. I know there's certain ways that you can go into, but when you're playing just a ranked, kind of just a random map that they just kind of throw you into. So it's the same reason why you just can't pick it outright. People are going to pick the same one, or are going to pick the same ones that that are there. Do you think there'll be more than one map for Salmon Run? Probably. I think there'll be more than one map for Salmon Run, and Mr. Mag says that. He says, Nick Tyner says, I still think there needs to be split screen mode for Splatoon 2. I still like getting the game that lives mostly on online play. If I'm correct, they have local play for Splatoon 2. I know they had split screen on Splatoon 1, but the game is an online game. That's what the game is really about. The game is playing online against other people, not playing locally. It just doesn't. That's not the type of game that it is. So if you're uncomfortable getting a game that's online play, for that reason, then don't buy it. Then miss out on it and miss out on all the fun. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be any extensive split screen because that just takes the resources. So I doubt there will be, but there might. I mean, I think there's been some news that something came up that there might be some split screen, but don't expect it to be super big or anything like that. Shout outs to the dude that just subscribed. I didn't see the name, but shout outs to you, man. Custon 1 2 3 4 5. Shout outs. Get this man a headband. Thank you for subscribing, homie. Welcome to the village. Okay, so that's enough on Splatoon 2. Excuse me. You guys have a lot of opinions on that game. Oh, God. Anyway, let's move on to the next one here. And we've got some ARMS news. So insight and info on traditional button controls. So punches. So these are the button controls that you can use, the non-motion control. And here's some insight on that. So punches can be thrown using the triggers. The same can be done with two-face buttons. Jump and dash are mapped onto the other two face buttons. So yeah, jump and dash are mapped on to the other two face buttons. Click the left stick to guard. Left stick controls the angle of your punches, meaning you can't move in one direction and punch in the other. You can't strike at a different angle with your other hand until the first punch is fully extended either. So this is coming from the producer Kosuke Yabuki. He says, the true feel of ARMS comes when you're holding both Joy-Con controllers in the thumbs up grip. You can throw punches from each hand with real precision as you dash or jump around, allowing for a lot more depth for your fighting style. It's possible to throw a straight punch as a feint for your first blow, then curve your second punch to where your opponent runs to. But ARMS doesn't require you to use motion controls. I hope people will pick the playstyle that suits them best. Now, here's the thing, guys. With these controls here, it's already going to be, you're going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage based on what they're saying here. Now, I wouldn't take this as gospel. I'll wait till we fully get the game and we find out all the little nuances in the controls as far as the button controls first. But just basing it off of what is said here, it's obvious that ARMS is a motion control game that really benefits from being motion controlled. The slight movements, being able to the dash and punch and slow, throw the slight feints and all that, because you're doing motion controls and because of how good the motion controls are on the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, you're obviously going to have a little bit of an advantage playing with motion controls over playing with the standard button controls. But it's good that Nintendo included both, because the last thing that you want are people complaining and whining and crying about motion controls, because that's what everyone does about motion controls, myself included. If the motion controls aren't good, I will complain about them. If they are good, then I will not complain about them. You know the best way to make sure nobody really complains when it comes to motion controls or not? Give options. So I think that's the biggest thing that they're doing, is giving options, and I'm happy that they are. Now, to get a couple of reactions from you guys, what do you guys think? Legs coming in 2018. Shout outs to Etika. 49ers rule, baby. That's my team. Oh, man. I don't know if they rule, but, it's all good. Weldy, or was it Weldy? Weldie? Shout outs, man. Welcome to the village. All of you ninja, give this man a headband. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it, homie. Welcome to the village, like I said here. So, I'm having a feeling Legs will be a sequel in 2019. I doubt it. Shout-outs to Alex. Shout-outs. Shout-outs to options. Having both. Yes, definitely. Definitely having both is good. So it seems like... Oh, Miguel Rose says, PlayerEssence, you're a 49ers fan, huh? Not only am I a 49ers fan, I live very close. Well, not very close, but I live in Central California, San Francisco, Northern California. So it's not too far away. So yeah, I've been a Niners fan since I can remember, since I was little. I remember the first Super Bowl that I watched of the Niners was back in 1994 when they won it all. That was when I really became a Niners fan. I was a little boy back then. And I remember watching Jerry Rice and Steve Young hook up on 3 or 4 touchdown passes or something like that. I just remember Steve Young just shredding the San Diego Chargers. Just bow, 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 bow. Just picking the freaking San Diego Chargers apart. Ever since then, I fell in love with the play style, the West Coast offense, Jerry Rice, Steve Young. Man, they had all the ballers on that team. John Taylor, you got Merton Hanks' neck flopping, going, wow, Merton Hanks. You guys gotta look up a video of Merton Hanks. Look up a video of this man, the Merton Hanks dance. Look up that video. This dude's neck is like a freaking chicken. It's like a Joy-Con controller. It's like this. His neck is like this, just going like this. He does this dance whenever he gets an interception, and his neck just starts going. I remember one time I tried to do that dance, and I swear my neck hurt for like, oh my god, my neck hurt for at least 2 or 3 days. My neck hurt when I was a kid. I tried to do the same thing, and it didn't work. So be careful, guys. Do not do the Merton Hanks dance without consulting your doctor first. The 49ers need to do a lot of rebuilding. Yes, they do. Let's see here. Let's see. Would you go on Spawncast with Rerez and Super Metal Dave? Well, I've had a debate with Rerez. I've had a class versus crass with Rerez, so I have no problem going on there. But I don't think Rerez likes me at all. I don't think Rerez likes me, so I don't think I'm going to be going on anything with him. But no, he's cool though. I don't have a problem with him. As far as Super Metal Dave, yeah, I would love to go on something with Super Metal Dave. I think starting probably from next week, I'm going to be having guest co-hosts on the podcast with me, so you guys will be able to see. We'll have multiple hosts. Well, not hosts, but I'll have guests on, and also there will also be Patreon back tiers, tier 3, where one of you guys can come onto the show as well. So yeah, definitely. Anyway, Ricky Mao 5. Shoutouts. Welcome to the village, Ninja. I really do appreciate you coming here. Everyone, get this man a headband. He's a getting. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next article here. And that is Epic and Nintendo detail the process of bringing Unreal Engine 4 to Nintendo Switch. Share a new gameplay video. Now, I can't play the video for you guys right now. In future episodes, I'll try to see what I can do to put a YouTube player so you guys can actually see the episode, probably in the corner right there or something like that. I'll do something to where I can pull up YouTube, but for right now I can't. So let's get into some of this information here. There is a ton of information, so I don't want to go over everything. So I'm going to skim through and kind of just read the juicy bits of details, not everything. So let's see. So Nintendo Switch uses PC architecture. Wait, hold up. No, I'm going to start up here. Excuse me. Okay, so past Nintendo... Plus Ultra Geek, shoutouts, man. Thank you for the subscription. Ninja, welcome this man to the village. Get him a headband. So, past Nintendo consoles use hardware with unique architecture, so they had to provide their own tools to developers. Switch uses PC architecture, which makes it match up well with middleware and game engines. This makes the Switch is more open when compared to Nintendo's past consoles. And a major update for Unreal Engine 4, the Nintendo Switch was the only version delayed. There could be issues in creating games, but the version 4.15 update, which made Unreal Engine 4 formally support the Switch, was their first goal. Nintendo is preparing for free and individual developers to be able to develop titles for the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo also said that they've been receiving requests they said that they've been receiving requests from indie developers wanting easier environment to release their titles on. The tools are 5,000 yen or lower. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff there that they talked about the Nintendo Switch. They talked about them getting the dev kits early from Nintendo. And they also released a brand new... and they talked about the whole Switch button. Basically, to let's say you build your game on PC, or you build your game on PS4, Xbox One, there is an export to Switch button. Now, you still need to make some optimizations and some tweaks to it, but it's a lot easier than working with what Nintendo did before as far as the Wii U and what that architecture is. So that there's an actual button, though. There's a button you press, and apparently that exports it to Switch, where there's a lot of optimizations and things done for you, but then you have to go in and just tweak things. So any Unreal Engine 4 developer, you need to hold them accountable. If they say that this a game's not coming to Switch, hold them accountable, because they don't want to do the work. It's because they don't want to do the work. And like I said, a couple tweaks here and there. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be super easy, but there is that stuff that's available to them, you know, so it's there. So there shouldn't be any Unreal Engine 4 games, you know, that a developer says, oh, well, we can't do it because it's going to take too long, or there's going to be so many problems, or it's like the Wii U was. Nah, bruh, not this time. Not this time. So we're going to see a lot of Unreal Engine 4 titles come to Nintendo Switch. We do know that 20 Japanese developers are bringing games to the Nintendo Switch, or 20 games are using Unreal Engine 4 coming out of Japan. Japan does not have the indie community that uses Unreal Engine 4 like America and Europe does. So a lot of the games that are using Unreal Engine 4 are probably major games from Japanese developers coming to Nintendo Switch. And at this point, looking at the sales in Japan, you know, with the Switch selling an average of 40 to anywhere between 40-something thousand to 70,000 units this long after launch, without major titles coming out every single month, you know, or every single week, it's a pretty much given that Japan is going to support this thing. If you don't, you're an idiot. I'll just say that right now. If you're a Japanese company and you're not supporting the Switch or making plans to support the Switch, you're done. you're done, man. You're going to run into, you're definitely going to be losing money. So, pretty cool there. Let's get some reactions from the crowd. So, from the chat. Let's see here. Also hearing Bayonetta 3 on the Switch. Yeah, there's been some rumors about Bayonetta 3. Definitely been some rumors. Which AA games are worth bringing to the Switch? Every single AA game. No, I'm joking. I don't know which games. It just depends. Depends on the type of game, right? FF7 Remake, I agree, needs to come to the Switch. Kingdom Hearts 3 needs to come to the Switch. Code Vein needs to come to the Switch. Darksiders 3 needs to come to the Switch. These are all games that I think Nintendo fans would buy. Now, I'm like, you know, if it's, I don't know, what else, there's some other games out there. There's some games that maybe Nintendo fans won't buy as much. Maybe those don't need to come. But all the games that I listed, yeah, they definitely need to come. 8-Bit Knight says Bayonetta 3, Darksiders 3, Mother 4, Pokemon Stars, Smash Bros. Deluxe, Metroid Prime 4 will be a perfect list to reveal. Nick Tyner says, I think we're going to see a huge rise of Japanese games with resources like Unreal Engine 4. It's such a good tool for them to have. I am sure they'll cut down the cost of AA games, of course. Yep. All right. And what else do we got here? Yeah, it's going to be a digital event, probably not a live conference, which you guys have already heard my opinion. I don't care about live events. I think live events, as far as from video game companies, are meh, but hey, that's just my opinion. Nier Automata, I think that needs to come as well. Persona 5, I think that needs to come as well. No, I have not talked about Metroid. I will be doing so. Maybe in the future I'm going to add a ticker so you guys can see what my topics that I'm talking about and what I'm doing next. Got to talk to the tech guy to see if I can get that going. Skyrim, don't expect Skyrim to do super well. I think Bethesda's support for Nintendo is going to be continued based on whether Nintendo wants their support or not. I don't think it's going to be based on a 5 to 6 year old game and the sales of a 5 to 6 year old game on the Nintendo Switch. That's definitely not going to be the determining factor. It's going to be whether Nintendo and Bethesda can continue to have a good relationship and talk about games, whether it's monetary, helping them out, marketing, exclusive time slots for release, making sure it's not near one of the other games, you know, things like that. So I don't think that's not a determining factor at all. The game is too old for it to be a determining factor. What else do you guys have? Doom, Duke Nukem, Turok. You know, I don't know about Duke Nukem. Which Duke Nukem are we talking about? Like the old ones, or, you know? Third-party shooters. Yeah, those are probably the games that are going to least come to the Switch as third-party shooters. Probably. If I was to make a guess, I'd probably say action games like Code Vein, RPGs have a much higher chance from Japanese developers than Western-developed shooters. That's just my opinion. Will we still get some? Sure, but I just don't think it's going to be like PS4, Xbox One. Switching to Twitch needs some more viewers there. Shout outs, man. Get this man a tune-in jacket. Just get promoted. Yeah, I definitely need some more viewers on Twitch. How many viewers do I have on Twitch? I'm gonna check. I have 3. It's all good. And I have 327 viewers on here. I don't know why I would have so much. It's just me. This is me, myself, and Irene. No. Oh, God. Anyway. Let's see. What else do we got here? I think that's enough as far as that goes. We're going to move on. Okay, guys. This is the moment you guys have been waiting for. We're going to be talking about the main topic. Apparently, two new Metroid games are being developed. Retro Studios and Climax Studios. I was supposed to catch that and go like this so it'd be cool, but it flew over there, so I'm not cool. That's what happens when you turn 30, guys. You instantly not become cool. Okay, so according to popular Nintendo YouTuber, and my boy, Super Metal Dave 64, 2 new Metroid games are currently deep into development for the Nintendo Switch. And I'll get that in just a second. With at least one being likely to be shown at E3 2017. Now, Super Metal Dave, Metal Mario, the Metal Man himself, appeared on the Spawncast with, dude, I called the guy from Spawn, I call him Spawnwave. I know he has a real name, but I keep on calling him Spawnwave, but I know that's not his name. But anyway, he appeared on the Spawncast over at, over there at Spawnwave, which is a great channel, by the way. Fantastic channel. I was on there, so yeah. To share, this was yesterday, to share this information. And according to him, Retro Studios has been hard at work on a new 3D Metroid Prime game. He refers to it as Metroid Prime 4, as well as a new IP. Emily Rogers did say that this, they've been developing something for the past 3 years. And he also mentions another studio, Climax Studios, is developing a new Metroid game. At first, apparently, this guy said that it's going to be like a 2.5D or 2D game. But, Super Metal Dave actually kind of like refuted that. He never said that it was going to be a 2D game or anything like that. So he refuted that on Twitter. But, this makes sense. This makes sense. And I have a lot of people subscribing. Shout outs to all the people who just subscribed. Yo, seriously, thank you so much. Welcome to the village. Seriously, headbands for everyone. Get in headbands. Get them all. Let's go. Mods, get these man some headbands. So this makes sense because this is something that I wanted, and I actually made a video on this a while ago. I was like, what would be hot? What would be awesome if Nintendo made like Metroid Prime. Remember when Metroid Prime released? Some of you guys are some young bucks. I know some of you guys are like 16, 15. Y'all don't remember that. You guys were babies. But for all the old school cats out there, or the people who were old enough, Nintendo released Metroid Prime on the GameCube, and then they also released Metroid Fusion pretty much like in the same time period. It was like right then and there, or like within a year's apart or something like that. But I know it was close. It was within a year. They released those 2 games, and I would love to see that. I would love to see a hardcore 2D Metroid game. 3DS. Shout outs to Kirby King. What's up, man? Thank you so much. Welcome to the village. Get this man a headband. I would love to see a 2D headband, or headband. 2D headbands for everyone. I'd like to see a 2D Metroid game that would just be awesome, like really good graphics, 2D Metroid, you blasting, collecting equipment, getting all that stuff, but also a freaking 3D Metroid game as well. Yo, that would be so good. That would be so good. I would love that. And I have so many people subscribing. I think it's a good idea to do these, right? Thank you so much for everyone subscribing. I really do appreciate it, man. Live stuff is cool, I guess, for you guys. You guys like this stuff. So, I think that'd be awesome. So, give me your ideas. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Give me your ideas. Poke Madness, 1996. Shout outs to Poke Madness, the mod. Magic Tech Review says, I'm 35. You know what? Well, you're not cool just like me. You just stopped becoming cool 5 years ago. I just turned uncool, right at this point. So, it's all good. It's all... Get this man some head... Pass the gosh dang headband, says Shamar Dennis. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Oshawott is racist. He asked me a question. He said, why am I black? Well, I'll tell you the reason why I am. Because I am. What kind of question is that? Racist. Racist! Yo, Magic Tech Review! Thank you so much for the $1 donation, man. I do appreciate that. That was through Super Chat. If you actually want to see your name come up on the screen, use the Steam, the link in the description below. Check out the link in the description below if you guys want to see your name come up on screen for the donations. I don't have anything that's hooked up through my OBS software for that, so yeah, but thank you so much, Magic Tech. Make sure you check out his channel. awesome stuff. I really do appreciate the dollar donation, dude. You are amazing. Let's see. Ruben Jimenez says, never got a Wii U. You know what? You're not alone. You are not alone. I need to get a freaking, to get like a little towel thingy. My hands are getting kind of sweaty in here. Let's see. You guys have any examples for a Metroid game? Let me hear them. Eric Dahlbear says, open world Metroid game. Obi-Wan hype level. Obi-Wan level hype here today. Obi's the boy. Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. Try to make sure I make these interesting and fun for you guys. Brad K. Ganich says, can we donate food? Yes, you can donate food. The best way to donate food is through Amazon gift cards to me. So, you know, follow me on Twitter, you know, link me and let me know, and I will take the Amazon gift card and I will put it into my Prime pantry, because I buy lemon juice, I buy all sorts of stuff, and I will buy food on there. You have my word that if you want to donate food so I can eat, let me know. Amazon gift card, and I promise, and I swear to you guys, I will spend it on Prime Pantry food for my family. So yes, you can donate food if you want to. If you don't want it to be money, that's fine. Donate food. I will buy food on Prime Pantry. That's a good place, man. You guys ever had Prime Pantry? Good stuff, man. You get lemon juice. You get the 100% squeezed lemon juice for $1, dude. $1 for that. Let's see here. What else do we got? Donate bacon. I can, if bacon is on Prime Pantry, then I will definitely buy bacon on there. But bacon donation. Metroid Cross Bayonetta. This man has been some Twilight Zone, man. Metroid Cross Bayonetta? What is this? Throw them dollars at the screen for OJ. Put your dollars in your pockets. Now I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I'm gonna tell you guys a story when I was in high school. We'll get to your comments, but I'm gonna tell you guys. You guys gotta listen to this story. So, when I was in high school, I used to be a crazy gambler, like crazy gambler. Like, okay, I went to a school. Now, my family's not rich. We were just middle class, you know, lower middle class, I'd probably say. But the school that I went to when I was in high school was a predominantly white, upper scale school in the really nice part of town with $1 million houses. Now, just to give you guys a little setup to this, the area of town, there is a band. I don't know if you guys have heard of this band. It's called Korn. Well, they're from my hometown, and they have a house near the school that I went to. So you can imagine, and they were already, you know, huge millionaires at that point. So you can imagine the type of houses that are in this neighborhood, okay? So I would drive miles to go to the school just to play football. I was only there to, well, I mean, I had friends, but really I was there to play football because they recruited me there to play football. So, so the thing about the school is that the kids had money at this school. Kids had a lot of money. Kids started driving to school in nice cars and Ford Mustangs and stuff like that, like at 15, 16 years old. It was just a nice place, okay? And the kids had money. And I never had money growing up when I was young. I never had any money, but I loved to play video games, and I always had to rely on someone else. So I was like, man, I need to make money. And my freshman year, I got introduced to a game called Flipping Dollars. Flipping Dollars. And you would take $1, and I've told this story before on stream, but I'll tell it again. You would fold the dollar on one side, and then you'd fold the dollar on the other side, like straight across. So one's folded on one side, then one's folded on the other side. And you would take that dollar, and you would flip it against someone else, and you would call evens or odds. And based on whatever sides, the heads or tails or whatever it landed on, that person, whoever called it, would win. So if you called evens, and it was both on tails or both on heads, you would win that. If you called odds, yo, Magic Tech, throw them dollars. Thank you so much, Magic Tech. Thank you so much for that, man. Get this man some rupees. Brad, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I need to change that. I still need to change that. So I would flip the dollar. You guys are donating dollars. This is me talking about flipping dollars. I'm getting trolled, but through money. And I would flip the dollar, and I would gamble against other people. And first, it started out with just dollars, okay? It just started out with dollars, and I would make some money here and there. I'd make, maybe $10 a week, $11 a week. But then it started getting like big baller, high rolling. We went to fives, then we went to tens, then we went to 20s, then we went to 50s, and I even flipped a $100 bill one time, and I won, and I snatched up that other $100. I was like, I'm out. I was like, he's like, let's play again. Let's play again. It was this really skinny white dude. It's called Seven Oaks. He lived in Seven Oaks, really big houses. This dude was loaded. He opened up his freaking wallet. Dude had like $800 in there. I'm like, what you rolling with that much money to school for? He's like, because I can. I mean, I think we were 15 years old. This dude drove a Mustang GT to school already. It was just crazy. But I flipped this man that 100. I won, and I was like, wow, I'm gone, baby. I was like, yes. And you know what I did with that money? At the end of it was like my sophomore year. I went out and I bought, on my own, I bought a GameCube, I bought Metroid Prime, and I bought Luigi's Mansion. And I walked out of that store like, I'm a boss. I'm a boss. And I still had like $200 left over. Now, here's the thing. It gets crazier. Now, at first they didn't care. At first they didn't care because it was like whatever, just whatever. But then they started cracking down on us. They really started cracking down on us, and I'm like, well, I ain't giving up this life. This is me. This is my life. I went to Saturday school for flipping dollars. One time they tried to, one of the narcs tried to take my wallet. I was like, you touch my wallet, you're gonna get seriously, I'm gonna do a backflip kick. I'm gonna do guile on you. I'm gonna charge up and I'm gonna do a flash kick. I'm gonna do a flash kick on there. So they never took my wallet, but they tried, and it was so funny. My mom was like, well, are you making money? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, is it illegal? I'm like, lots of stuff's illegal, Mom. She's like, is anyone getting hurt? I'm like, not really. She's like, whatever. And the thing about it is that they would never make me go to 2 Saturday schools 2 times in a row. Since I played football, if you go to 2 Saturday schools 2 times in a row, you're suspended for a week from all activities, including sports. But I was the star running back on the team, even as my sophomore year. I played 3 years of varsity. There was no way they were going to suspend me. So what they would do is that they would wait. They would give me Saturday school when they caught me, and then even if they caught me again, they would just do nothing, and then they wait for the next week and then give me Saturday school. Sometimes I wouldn't even show up, and they're like, okay, we'll just show up to the next one. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to anyone. Then I knew at one point, I just knew that I can just do whatever I want. So I would go there, I would get in trouble, they would catch us flipping, they would say, give me the money, and I'd be like, no. And then they'd call my coach would yell at me, then I'd be like, look, coach, man, hey, we got a big game this Friday. What you gonna do, man? And he's like, well, you think about what you did, young man. and I'll see you at practice. And he would walk out. And I was like, get your dollars in your pockets. And I would just walk out of there. It was awesome. But by the time I turned my junior year, I got a job and everybody stopped flipping. Well, no, my senior year, everyone kind of stopped flipping because we all had jobs. So we didn't really need to flip, but pretty crazy story. But anyway, I told you OJ was going to Al Bundy. Probably illegal. OJ is really a ninja. I have ninja skills. I will show you guys my ninja skills at one of these days. OJ the crime boss. You know what? You know the funniest thing is the police officer at our school had a freaking lineup. He had a square a postcard or a big what would you use for a science project or something like that. And he had pictures of all of the syndicate flippers, and my picture was at the top, baby. Oh, Trap Lord Huey just donated $10. Shout outs, Trap Lord. Yo, I gotta read this message. Trap Lord Huey, $10. What up, OJ? Question: why do you think the haters are silent about Nintendo Switch's success? LOL. Also, that Unreal Engine 4 video of the tech demo looks crazy. Yo, it does look very, very crazy. Oh, and I want to say shout outs to Brad K. Ganach. I'm sorry if I said your last name wrong. Donated $2 through Super Chat. Thank you. But Trap Lord Huey, thank you so much. And yes, that tech demo does look crazy, and thank you for the donation. You see that Rasengan? That's the Hokage Rasengan that I just just put down, dude. That's the Rasengan that me and you just made there. So thank you so much for the donation. So your question, why do you think the haters are silent about Nintendo Switch's success? They're silent because everyone predicted this system to fail. Everyone thought that this system was not going to do well. The haters, they all felt that this system wasn't going to do well. You know why? Oh, because it doesn't have Mass Effect Andromeda. It doesn't have this game. It doesn't have the Western game this, Western game that. They didn't feel that Zelda. They didn't feel that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They didn't feel that games that were on Wii U were going to be able to do as well to sell the system. They undersold portability. This, look, this goes all the way back to why the 3DS is never Game of the Year contention. Nintendo made probably the best game for the year on the 3DS multiple times. In my opinion, in 2013, Fire Emblem Awakening was the best game released out of any game, out of any console. And like Fire Emblem Awakening wasn't even in the consideration, even though it had one of the best review scores, Metacritic-wise, out of any game released. Many sites didn't even have it as a Game of the Year contender, and that's because it's a portable game. Since the Nintendo Switch is a portable device at heart, and then it's a hybrid really, but a portable device at heart, they didn't consider it. They said, oh, well, it's a portable, oh, well, it's weaker. It's not going to be it's not going to be able to do anything. We saw what happened to Wii U, and they just ignored the 3DS. These are the reasons why they're silent about the Nintendo Switch's success. They don't want to admit that they're wrong. A lot of people don't want to admit that they're wrong. We've seen it on Twitter. We've seen it on there. When I was wrong about something, when it comes to Nintendo Switch as far as what I wanted, I admitted that I was wrong. I made multiple videos saying that I was sorry that I was wrong, that I was mistaken on that one, and I gave this system a chance. When I started seeing what the system was, I changed my tune because I felt like, okay, we've seen enough of it. This is definitely going to be something that's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to do well. And the RPGs, that was the biggest thing for me. It's like, I want to see Nintendo release RPGs timely. I want to see them working with third-party developers to get RPGs, open-world games on the system. That's what they're doing. So that's the thing. People they just don't want to be wrong. They're egos. Obviously, a lot of these video game, journalists, these video game people have egos, and they can't just admit that they're wrong. And that's really, what's going on here, But thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate the $10 donation. It really means a lot to me. If you guys ever want me to stop what I'm talking about and answer your question, donate $10. No, but honestly, all the money, of course, goes to making more live streams, more content for you guys. So I'm having a ton of fun. And shout outs to all of the people who subscribed, because a ton of people subscribed while I was talking. So Mr. Mags, Erwin, Stealthy Panda 397, Mohammed Joby, Elissus or Yeles H, Insane Comedian, all of you guys, get all of these guys, get all of them some headbands. Where are the headbands? All of these dudes just graduated. Welcome to my village, homies. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. So let's get into some of these. OJ is my daddy. Whoa. Whoa. Nick Tyner, I'm so glad that guys being so smug predicted the Switch's failure and we're flat out wrong. You know what the funniest thing is? When I was wrong, like when me and Super Metal Dave watched the Nintendo Switch reveal, man, you guys should go back and watch that video. I remember one of my users took a snapshot of exactly the moment that me and Super Metal Dave saw what the Switch was. And his caption was, the moment everything that you've been talking about is all over. And I had a picture of Super Metal Dave. Super Metal Dave was like that, and I was just like, smiling, and I had my hand like this. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was truly funny. It was truly funny. Daddy OJ. What is the name of your village? PlayerEssence, of course. Let's see here. Mass Effect is so boring. Yeah, it's not that great. There is a rumor that supposedly Beanox, a sub-studio of Activision, is doing a port of Call of Duty World War II. And you guys, just to let you guys know, I broke that rumor on the Spawncast a couple weeks ago. What else you guys? Super Metal Dave face was scary. Fantasy Man Dan says, I'm 30% Plenty more room to go. He's talking about probably Switch memory. LOL. T-Dude says poor Dave. Nah, Dave's good, man. We talked about it afterwards. He's totally cool. Dean Taylor. Here's a good question. OJ, do you think Nintendo Switch will outperform PS5, Xbox Scorpio? I don't even know what the PS5 is. Xbox Scorpio? Yes, absolutely, 100% Nintendo Switch will outperform the Xbox Scorpio. The problem with the Scorpio is that there's a whole freaking region, a whole continent, or not continent, a whole landmass, country, Japan, that doesn't buy their crap. You need to have Japan. You want to win a console generation, you better have Japan. Sony can do it, Nintendo can do it, Microsoft can't win Japan. They can't win a console generation, plain and simple, because every single generation, it doesn't matter if the console generations are, Japan is shrinking when it comes to video game console purchases. It doesn't matter. 3DS sold really well. Nintendo Switch is more of a portable than anything, or more of a portable than like the Wii U was. So it's going to sell. You got to win Japan, or you got to be close in Japan. You got to be able to sell something in Japan. Microsoft can't sell crap in Japan, so no. Nintendo Switch will beat Scorpio, hands down. PS5, who knows? PS5 can be a massive hit. Who knows? Gonna talk about my tweets. Am I gonna talk about your tweets? You gotta DM me first. I'm gonna follow you on Twitter, and maybe we'll talk about your tweets in a video coming up. But I need to DM you and ask you a couple more things, Mixman Miles. But definitely, have not forgot about your tweets. But yeah, just we gotta DM and we can talk a little bit before I talk about them. Let's see here. Your thoughts on VC titles on the Switch? You know what? Here's the thing, guys. I'm not a big on older games, like buying a bunch of older games. I mean, it's cool if you can, but the only thing that I want is I want GameCube Virtual Console and I want Super Smash Bros. Melee. So the Melees, so we can, and I want Super Smash Bros. On the Switch. So tournaments can be Melee and Nintendo Switch right then and there, right on the same console. I think that would be amazing. So that's what I want. Yeah, second largest market in gaming. Second or third, Europe, I guess, would be the second based on sales, I guess. Yeah, second largest market in gaming, doesn't buy Xbox. Enough said. Yeah, exactly. Enough said. Reggie Fizame, OJ, what the F? Hype levels right now too damn high. LOL. I've never seen you enjoy yourself so much on stream. Need an Obi-Wan hype hat. I usually enjoy myself a lot on stream when it comes to these type of things. But to be honest, look, let me give you guys a breakdown. So, like currently what I'm doing, I had a full-time corporate job, got let go from that job. They were doing reductions, started getting more hardcore into PlayerEssence, and started doing my old profession, and doing what I did before as far as my second job goes, in addition to PlayerEssence. So I'm doing two jobs, but my second job that I have is much more, I can set my own schedule. I can go see patients when I want to. It's a lot more of my own business too, So PlayerEssence is my own business, and I also have another one. So I'm a lot happier. Working for corporate companies sucks. With strict rules, and that's the thing. Like whenever I do live streams, I was always stressed for time because I had a job where I'd freaking go from 7 a.m. or I'd wake up at 6 a.m. I'd go from 7 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. working all day, working all night, worrying about sales and worrying about so much crunching numbers. It was just so stressful. So whenever I did live streams and stuff, like it wasn't like I was just trying to get the information out. I wasn't trying to have fun. I was just like, let me just get this information out because I wanted to be dedicated to you guys. Now that I'm running my own businesses now, and I'm pretty much making a little bit more than what I made before actually. Which is funny. I'm a lot happier. And also, I wasn't working out. I gained weight. I gained 40 pounds from the time that I started that job up until, when I was released. I gained 40 pounds. That made me a little self-conscious, like my gut, like not my face, not on my face. Whenever I gain weight like on my gut area, not my arms. My arms are always, good. My shoulders are always defined. My chest is always defined, but my gut gets bigger. And I gained 40 pounds, and that made me not want to be hyped. I was like, man, I need to go work out. It was just so much stuff. But now, at this point, I can exercise when I want to. You know what I'm saying? I can make great content for you guys. I can continue making content. You guys have responded so well. You guys are subscribing a lot more and everything. So I'm just a lot happier. So when you're happy, it's a lot easier to be more hyped on stream. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before, I was happy, but I was always stressed for time. Like, I was happy, but I was always stressed for time because I had a freaking job where I was at freaking there for like 12 hours a day. So, you know, that's the reason why. So yeah. Did you quit? No, I did not. I did not quit. I was let go. They had a reduction. We were basically the company that I was working for. They had like just reduced amount of sales and stuff. So yeah, I was definitely let go just because they let go of a couple different people. Just released just because the sales just weren't there. So yeah. Let's see here. Any other? But yeah, now I got another job, and I got PlayerEssence, which is doing better. So now I'm a lot happier. I set my own schedule, go to work. I can work out and exercise whenever I want to go to the gym. I go to the gym. I've lost 20 pounds about since I stopped. I've lost about 20 pounds. So yeah, eating a lot healthier. So yeah, definitely. Let's see here. Nick Tyner says a lot of people seem to be hating on Ultra Street Fighter 2. What are your thoughts on this? I don't know why people are hating on Ultra Street Fighter 2. Maybe because it's an older game. Not really sure. It's a game. It's another game for people to play. I don't know why people would hate on it. Excuse me. RDB says, I look forward to your videos every day, OJ. Makes me glad to know you're happy. Thank you. I do appreciate that. I really, really do appreciate that, guys. Yeah, it's awesome. Nice dude. Buy stock in McDonald's, you'll be set for life. Yeah. What's my other job? I am not going to talk about my other job because trolls and haters try to take information and they'll call your workplace and stuff like that. So I'm definitely not going to talk about my other job on stream. But my other job, I set my own schedule and it's good. And it's good. So awesome. No more Tyson nuggets. I kind of go with the grilled chicken Tyson nuggets now. Because they're healthier a little bit, not by much, but they are more calories, but less. There's less other things, but yeah, I still roll with the Tyson nuggets. I had some the other day. Let's see here. Poke Madness says Metroid rumor makes much sense. Yeah, it does, bro. I'm kind of late, bad late, but you have your shave. It's good, but makes you use 10 skin for your face. It works. You won't bump up. Oh, okay. I see what you're trying to say here. I have a lotion that my fiance bought for me for my birthday. That's really good, Nivea for Men lotion, and I put it on, and it's really good. Doesn't bump up. So, but I think also because I used the Norelco, and I used this right here, the Big Comfort. I think I'm gonna be good because I don't feel any irritation or anything. So yeah. OJ, do you think we might get Tekken 7 or Marvel vs. Capcom? Do you enjoy fighting games? I enjoy Smash Brothers. I enjoy Pokken a little bit, but I don't think we're going to get either one of those. I think we're going to get Pokken Tournament 2. That's what I think we're going to get. What do you mean by 2 new Metroid games? When? What I mean by 2 new Metroid games is that there's going to be 2 new Metroid games, apparently. This was a rumor that was started by, or that was said by Super Metal Dave on the Spawncast recently. So maybe it could be a 2D Metroid and it could be a 3D Metroid, kind of like Metroid Fusion and also Metroid Prime, like how Nintendo did back in the day. OJ is a social worker. Prediction, definitely not a social worker. No, because you got to work for someone. I work for myself. Social workers still work for someone. I work for myself. I work for myself on YouTube. I told myself after this last corporate job that I had, because I've been working in corporate America for freaking 13 years or whatever. I said, after this last job, I said, I'm done with corporate America. I'm done with stupid bosses, you know, stressing me about certain things. I'm done dealing with all that stress. I'm done with the stupid wake up at 6 a.m., be at work all day, work all night. You know, like I said, I'm done. I said, I'm never going to work for someone else until I'm really old and I couldn't give a crap, you know. But while I'm young, I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to bet on myself more than anything. I am not working for anyone else anymore. I'm going to work for you guys who helped me But I am not going to sit here and make a company millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars and get a fraction of that. Nah, bro. I'm done. I'm done. 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 I am not working for any more corporate companies anymore. They're greedy. They lie. They promise things to you. You almost never get them. You get passed up by other people even though you're doing a better job. It's just, I'm working for myself and I'm going to bet on myself. Maybe like when I turn 40 or 50, maybe I'll go work for a video game company in PR or something, you know, when I'm old. But while I'm young, I'm working for myself. Plain and simple. Let's see here. How many physical games do you have for Switch? I have 4 physical games for the Switch. I have 10 actual games on the Nintendo Switch. OJ, step into my office. I'm done! I'm not an insurance broker. I'm not an insurance broker, guys. Link, OJ, I love the way you think, OJ. I feel the same way. Hey, look. I'm not trying to say, look, let me just say this right now, because I want to make sure you guys understand this. I'm not trying to tell you guys don't go work for a company. Obviously, there is great benefits to working for established companies, okay? You can get health insurance. You can get, you know, dental. All of that stuff, you know, is good. You can get bonuses. You can be an executive. There's so many good things for working for other companies. But for me and my lifestyle, you guys see how I do PlayerEssence. You guys see how I meticulously put things together. If you guys notice on my videos and things, sometimes I can be a bit finicky at things, or I can change things on the fly, or I can think of a new idea and implement it right away. You can't do that in these big corporations for multi-millions. I think too fast. It was so funny. I was at my brother-in-law's birthday, and we were at IHOP eating, and my family was like, okay, well, you know, what do you think, you know, you're going to do next? And this is a little bit ago, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm definitely going to do my own businesses. I'm going to make sure that I do PlayerEssence. And they're like, well, you know, what happened at your other job? And I was like, you know what? I'm too intelligent for all of that. And everyone at the table, my mom, my brother-in-law, my sister, and my daughter, she didn't know what was going on. And my daughter, they all started laughing, and I'm like, and I'm just looking at them, I'm like, no, seriously, I'm too intelligent for all of them. My mind thinks way too fast. They be using tactics and stuff that's so outdated. Like, when I went there, I'm like, man, you guys can do this, and this, and we make more money. Or you can do this, and this, and we can reach out to 10 times more customers than we did before. And they're like, no, you got to do it this way. You got to do this because these are the rules. See, I'm too finicky. Once I learn something, I want to go, I can exploit it. I can exploit it, and I can say, okay, this is what we can do to make things better. That's how I've always been in all of the corporate jobs that I've had. And for some people, that rubs them the wrong way. That rubs them the wrong way when you think that fast, especially when you think of ideas that are better than what the manager can think of. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's my take. So that's why I said I'm going to do my own thing. I need to, you know, do my own thing. OJ is a weed man. I never do drugs, by the way. Do I look like I do drugs? Or do I look like I sell drugs? Why would I do that? That's a waste of time. Such a waste of time. It's the juice man. Yeah, that's me. Super Gogeta says, I worked for a big corporate company in Australia and management was corrupt, so that's why I won't go back either. Yep, exactly. I feel like I'm watching an episode of This Is Your Life. Well, we've exhausted all the topics, so I'm kind of just making things entertaining for you guys, so you guys can get to know me a little bit more. Also, so you guys can help out and donate to my Patreon campaign that's starting up pretty soon here, as you can see in the corner of your screen. PE Arena, PE Live announcements. We do have that Patreon that's going up Monday at some point. I'll have a video explaining everything, so I already know some of you guys have been asking me about it, so that is going up. But also, I want to make sure that you guys kind of know my attitude, and I can set the tone for live streams going forward in the future, because this show, PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo, is coming back every single week, and we will have live guests on. I'm going to try to see if I can get Super Metal Dave on to come on with me. I'm going to try to see if we can get like Game Over Jesse. I'm going to try to see if we can get Nintendo Ultra, Usman, Rob from Rule of 2 Review. So we're going to try to get all the crew together. And also we'll have an option for you guys for users to come on the show as well as guests. And more details will be coming on that very, 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 very soon, Ninja. Let's get some questions in, guys. I'm pretty much almost done here. I think we've talked about everything. We're going over lots of stuff of my life. Hope you guys enjoyed it, though. It seems like you guys enjoyed it. Some questions. If you guys donate, I'll be more inclined to answer your questions. But if you don't, that's okay. I'll answer your questions, too. But you can always donate, and I'll answer your questions. Either way, homies. Either way. So, let's get some questions in. I don't know what my friend code is right now, and I don't have my Switch out. Let's see here. Stormy and Cold says, yeah, but COD has advanced forward a lot. It's 30 frames per second on current consoles. They would have to strip it down for the Nintendo Switch. Who told you that it's 30 frames per second, the newest COD? All the CODs are 60 frames per second or near 60 for multiplayer. I don't know why you're saying that it's 30 frames per second. Did they change it to 30? Quantum EL says, hey OJ, this is a great atmosphere for live streams going forward. Definitely. Yes, this will definitely be the atmosphere. Will we see Reggie guest appearing? Yes, we will see someone named Reggie guest appearing. Will it be Reggie Fils-Aimé or the Reggie that I think that you're talking about? Probably not. OJ Cross Game Explain, make it happen. I actually did a video with Game Explain. Make sure you check it out on their channel. There is one video that I've done with Game Explain, and that was awesome. So check that out when you guys get a chance. You met any Africans before? I've met plenty of Africans. African American. Lots of people are African American or Africans. So yes, of course. When are you getting married? Next question! Animal Crossing on the Nintendo Switch. Sure, no problem. Just popped in, but enjoying the stream. Thank you so much. Gamersplash. Yo, shoutouts. The Metroid stuff, that's where I got the article from. I read it from Gamersplash. Yo, Gamersplash, I need to, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but we need to talk later. Gamersplash, I definitely need to talk to you later. Any thoughts on ARMS? My thoughts on ARMS, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to knock all you guys out, PE Game Night. T-Dude, do you think Mario is paying an homage to Sonic Adventure and Super Mario Odyssey? No, I don't think so at all. Don't mention Mario Odyssey and Sonic Adventure in the same sentence anymore, T-Dude. Do you think, is it, Arfan? Ali, do you think Nintendo will have major surprises, a lot of stuff being leaked? Yeah, I think they'll have major surprises. Of course, they won't leak everything. Bayonetta Collection, probably not Aquamaster. COD is 60 frames per second with drops on consoles. Exactly, I thought so. Can I come on the show? I have over 8K subs, but not big, but getting there. Yes, you can definitely come on the show, Magistech. DM me, and we can definitely work something out. Let's see here. The Mouseketeer, what do you think the probability of a new COD coming to the Nintendo Switch? The probability is over 50% at this point. Let's see here. African Egyptians. There was a guy in school that I was friends with, named Solomon. He was Egyptian, and it was funny because we had Black Student Union at my school in high school, and there was only like 12 black people like in the whole school. So there was only like 12 of us there. But for some reason he was there too, even though he wasn't technically African American, but he was Egyptian. But he was there. He was one of the 12. T-Dude says, do you think Nintendo will bring back an improved presentation of the digital event? Yeah, of course. It's going to be good. Let's see here. Oh, shoutouts! Oh, Trap Lord! Yo! Get that Rasengan! Boom! Yo, shoutouts. This man. We're gonna promote this man. Trap Lord. Is that Trap Lord again? Trap Lord Huey. This man has been promoted to Jonin. He just straight Genin. He's been promoted to the Jonin. Shoutouts, man. You are in the village. You are in the Hokage's chamber, homie. Thank you so much for the donation of $10. Here's his question here. Like I said, you guys want me to stop what I'm doing? Just donate. Trap Lord Huey says, how integral do you think apps like voice chat and messaging are to the Nintendo Switch? Would you rather message and voice chat on the Switch or on a different platform, Discord, or just your phone? Okay, so how important are there like apps like voice chat and messaging on the Switch? It's important. I definitely think it's important. If I put it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that it is an 8.5 to 9. It's very important that Nintendo has these things for people to do communication so people can properly communicate and play their games together. Now, would I rather have a voice chat on the Switch or on a different platform, Discord and all that? Personally, I'd rather have it on the Switch, so everyone can be happy. But I'd also like to have it on a phone app because I think a lot of people rather do that than do it on the actual like Switch itself. A lot of people rather do on the phone because like let's say you're playing with your Pro controller, typing a message on this from your TV takes a long time. Whereas typing a message or even potentially even having voice messages just right there, say it into your phone through the Nintendo voice chat app is better. Now with me on the PS4, I don't even message people through my PlayStation 4. I message people through my phone. I use my app or I use my tablet. I have a NVIDIA Shield tablet, and you have the PlayStation apps on all that, and I use that to message people. So I've already moved away from using the console because nobody wants to use it. Well, some people do, but using a D-pad and all that to send messages. So I hope that they have both. But personally, for me, when I do live streams and all that with you guys for PE Arena with Discord, I'm not going to be using the in-game voice chat ever. So I'm going to be using other platforms because that's how. Whenever I play multiplayer games, I don't play multiplayer games just like with my friends, like by myself, because I don't have a lot of friends. But if but if I did, it would probably be more important. I don't have. I think I have like 2 friends. Unsubscribe. You guys can unsubscribe if you want. But that's just me. Whenever I play, if I'm playing with my brother, we'll just get on the phone and play. We won't even do, certain things like that. Or if I'm playing with one of my other friends, like Antoine, he usually comes over. We play games locally. We don't play games online against each other because we're both so busy. We're both, running our own businesses. I mean, he's going to school. He's getting his master's. So when he comes home, because he lives in San Diego, when he comes home here, we play games locally together, and then he leaves, and then I don't see him for about a year, and then he comes back and visits me like once every single a year or a year and a half, and he's like my best friend. I would probably say he's my best friend. Then I have another friend, Andre, which I do play. Sometimes I play games with him, but he plays a lot of PS4 and fighting games, and he was my college roommate. So we have a different relationship. We talk about lots of other things outside of video games. So it just doesn't, to me, it's not that big of a deal, but I understand why people need it, and people want it. So thank you so much, Trap Lord Jonin Trap Lord Huey. Thank you so much. I do appreciate your kind generosity, homie. I really do. Make this man. If you're in the chat, I'll make you a mod as well, or send me a message on Twitter. There was actually, here's the thing. There was a What the F Facts, and he said that the older that you get, the more you realize that you don't need as many friends. Or the more, you realize that you don't need a lot of friends. And that's what happened. When I was in high school, I was super popular because I played football, not because everyone, liked me a lot. My basketball friends liked me, but the football team, after football season, I mean, they were cool and everything, but they just kind of, went their own way, and I went my own way. But I had a lot of friends, in high school. I had a lot of friends in college. But then as I got older, and especially after college, people would ask me to go out and do stuff, and I'd be like, meh, meh, meh. I would just be like meh the whole time, so at this point, I have, I said, I probably have about 3 people that I would consider friends, and I probably have about 2 very good friends, and my brother is probably my best friend, along with my daughter and my fiance, of course, but my brother is probably my closest friend out of anyone, so yeah. Let's see, your new glowing energy makes me want to watch you more and more. To be honest, this is kind of how I am with my daughter, when we play and stuff. So I'm kind of, this is my attitude, and this is just kind of how I am. I'm always a pretty bubbly type of person and kind of upbeat. I've always been like this since forever. My daughter is the same way. She's very bubbly and upbeat. So that's just kind of who I am. I'll be your friend. Thank you. I do appreciate it, Mario. Near Automata on Switch would be great. Yeah, it would be great. I mean, I thought I was going to stop this live stream a while ago, and I'm still going. So you guys are awesome. Lots of friends are a headache. Exactly. The main reason why I don't have lots of friends, and I'll tell you the reason why. It's because of my sister. My sister is the reason why I don't have a lot of friends. And I'll tell you guys a story. I used to never watch a show, or there's a show called Forensic Files. Have any of you guys ever watched Forensic Files? And it's a show where real life murders, where they use the forensics, so fingernail shavings, DNA evidence, rape test kits, fibers, all sorts of stuff in order to solve murders, cold cases, strangulations, beatings, all sorts of horrible stuff, okay? I have a ridiculous sense of justice. I hate crime, and I want to see these people get punished, you know, because I would never think of murdering someone, taking away someone else's life. You don't have the right to do that. And my sister introduced me to this show called Forensic Files, and I started watching it, and I got hooked. And in Forensic Files, most of the time, when someone murders you, it's usually a friend. It's usually someone that you know, someone that you've hung out with, someone that you would consider a friend. Like, it's like 90% or something like that. It's people that you know, or people that you try to be kind to. You let them in to use your phone in your house, or something crazy. These people have done things like generosity to people. So in that time of me watching Forensic Files for like the past, since I graduated college, so since 2010, I've been watching Forensic Files. That got me not trusting anyone. that freaking show made me not trust people, because most of the people that end up killing you in murders are people you know. So it's like, well, if I don't know these people, if I don't hang out with them, they probably aren't going to try to shoot me in the back of my head or take my money. Life insurance. That's another reason why people get murdered a lot, is life insurance. So I'm never going to have a life insurance policy, because if something happens to me, take whatever's in my bank account, family, and go to my mom and go to my sister. They got money. They make good money. So that's what I'm going to tell my family. If anything ever happens to me, go to my mom and my sister. They'll take care of you. Hello, be a hermit, never get murdered. Ryan Hellwig says the narrator is creepy as hell too. He is, but that's what makes the show so great, because he is creepy. He makes you like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? Eric Dahlberg says, OJ, I like you, man. Thank you. I like you too. Thank you so much. Where's the best place to buy Amiibo? Best Buy Gamers Club. Go to Best Buy Gamers Club. You get Amiibo for about $10. That's the best place. I got the Bayonetta. I pre-ordered the Bayonetta Amiibo, and I pre-ordered what was it, Bayonetta, and I think it was Ocarina of Time Link, or Young Link, or Majora's Mask Link. One of those two. I pre-ordered both of those at Bayonetta at Best Buy, and it came out to like $20. That's the best place to buy Amiibo. Let's see here. Do you still play Bomberman R? Yeah, sometimes I play Bomberman R. We've got to know you well today, OJ. Thank you. I'm glad you guys have got to know me well. Agreed. That's why I have two friends. Hey, look, I'm telling you guys, look, this happens, man. Watch Forensic Files. If you guys have Netflix, Netflix has a massive collections of Forensic Files. Like, they have like 9 collections of 40 episodes each. So this is the longest running forensic show in the world. They've been doing this since the early 90s as far as the show goes. And the production quality gets better and better and better and better. And it really pays off to not have a ton of friends and to not trust people. It really does. Like, as far as real life, like, it's good to be generous and stuff, but you got to be very careful on who you associate yourself with, because you never know. You could be an innocent bystander you're associating yourself with this other person, okay, and that person has gang ties, or that person has ties to this bad clique or something like that, and you're hanging out with them and they get hit on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get shot at. Oh, well, you're just an innocent bystander that also gets shot. I mean, and this has happened. This has happened on Forensic Files. This happens all the time in Los Angeles, which I'm an hour away from. You've got innocent bystanders standing next to someone that they didn't know had gang ties, the friend that they met, and they get shot too. So, in order to minimize that, I've just decided that I don't need a lot of friends. So, yeah. Look what happened to Jesus. Oh, man, that's harsh. Can you please share news about Metroid? I already did share news about Metroid. Metroid, apparently, I'll go over it again, maybe since you just came in. So apparently, Super Metal Dave, Nintendo YouTuber, he said that there's going to be 2 new Metroid games currently in development, or currently deep into development for the Nintendo Switch, and one of them is highly likely to be shown at E3 2017. Dave appeared on the Spawncast on Saturday to share the information over there at Spawnwave, and according to him, Retro Studios has been hard at work on a new 3D Metroid Prime game. He refers to Metroid Prime 4 as well as a new IP. So they're I didn't mention that the first time. So yeah, they're working on Metroid Prime 4 and also a new IP. Retro Studios is, and then also Climax Studios is working on a new Metroid game, maybe 2D game or something like that. So yeah, that's the story on Metroid. That's the news on there. Um, exactly. You've got to be very careful with who you associate with. Let's see here. Jonan Trap Lord Huey says, one of the best YouTubers. I'm not sure if you're talking about me, but if you are, thank you. Quantum EL says, hey, OJ, this has been a great live stream. I'm looking forward to the next PE Cross Nintendo. Every single week, probably on Sundays, guys. Saturdays or Sundays, we'll have PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo. Man, this has been a very unexpected live stream. Yeah, I know, seriously. I didn't expect it to be like this. But it was. Mr. Game in chat says, OJ, what do you think Nintendo-based MOBA could work or be a Switch title? Would you buy it? Sure, I'd buy it. No problem, yeah. What are your thoughts on Twilight Princess Link? It's good, right? He's good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Nintendo, is it Leestrow? Nintendo Leestrow? I don't know how to say the name. I probably said it wrong. Do you believe him? I think you're talking about Super Metal Dave. I've already believed that Metroid is coming. So yeah, I do believe that there's going to be a Metroid game. So yeah, I somewhat believe him. Let's see here. Yo, shoutouts. Shoutouts. Mr. Sammy Walter donated. Sammy Walter and Z donated $2. Hey OJ, is From Software the developer for Metroid? Is From Software the developer for Metroid? Probably not. Probably not. So yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Another thing, guys, you guys can use Super Chat to donate if you want to, but I rather you guys do Streamlabs, so like a cool message pops up with Zelda. I like that more than the little zombie running. So if you want to donate and get your question read or anything, try to do Streamlabs. Link in the description below. I'm probably going to be shutting off Super Chat for the next one, so you guys can just donate through Streamlabs instead. But thank you so much. I do appreciate Sammy, Mr. Sammy Walter NZ, but I don't think From Software is the developer for Metroid. But that is definitely a good guess. I mean, that would be cool. I would love to see a Metroid developed by From Software. I think it'd be very, very good. The Mousekeeper or Skeeter, Mouseketeer, are you by Anaheim, Disneyland area? Not really. I'm in Central California. That's more southern. That's past Los Angeles or near Los Angeles area. So I mean, kinda, but not really. I'm a couple hours away from Los Angeles, certain parts. Hey OJ, what do you think of a new F-Zero? What do I think of a new F-Zero? I think a new F-Zero would be great. I think it would be great. But this is so many questions, guys. I think my daughter just came home, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to wrap this one up. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys coming. Look out for the Patreon campaign that's going on this Monday. So pretty much Monday for some of you guys. There will be a video and the link to that. Also look out for that video. But I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Every single week we will have PlayerEssence Cross Nintendo. You guys can join in. And my fiance's knocking on the door. So I gotta go. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out.